Oh,
yeah, let's have
Andy
him.
Skoogman. Andy Skoogman is ready for us.
Is Andy with Hill? Somebody help
Hey,
me.
Joe.
Hi,
How you
Andy.
doing,
Are
Joe?
you with Hill Murray?
I am, yeah. Yep, I'm their communications guy, Joe.
That a boy. Tell me
Yeah.
why they couldn't throw that junior varsity team out there this morning. What happened there?
Well, I mean, I think it's certainly a conversation that we had. Ultimately, it was the head coach's decision not to send the JV out there. We are in spring break, Joe, so not all we're not even sure if all the kids were around and ready to do it. That's probably the biggest factor right now. We're on spring break. We have lots of families out on spring break. So, but we certainly contemplated. We tried to figure it out, but in the end, we decided against it.
Earlier, I said, despite the obvious reality that this is an illness that causes death and it's caused a lot of problems, I think this is one of the biggest COVID stories in Minnesota. You are saying to the defending state champions in Class 2A, you're not playing because you were exposed to one player on the White Bear Lake team for 4 seconds? What a bunch of BS. Now, I don't want to put words in your mouth. That's not what you're getting paid to do. But
Yeah. Well, Joe, it's incredibly disappointing for these kids. Obviously this is something any hockey player, young player dreams about. They want to play in the state tournament. You know as well as I do that even guys like Neil Broughton, who have gone on to win national championships and Stanley Cups, they often talk about their desire to be at this tournament. To get to this tournament, to just be a part of it. It's incredibly heart-wrenching for these kids that have put in so much time and effort to get there. And, we're saddened by the outcome. We have to respect the outcome. We wish everybody in the tournament best of luck, but we're certainly disappointed.
well, Skoogs, here's a distinction. The Minnesota Department of Health signed off and said, yeah, play Thursday when your quarantine is up. It's the State High School League that's sticking fast to the rule, which says if you're not ready to play by your scheduled time of play, you're not playing.
That's disappointing. We did reach out to Wyzetta.
They were willing to play Thursday.
Yeah, they were incredibly classy about the whole situation. They said, we will play Thursday. We'll play at a neutral site. We can play at the Plymouth Ice Center. We can play at Aldrich. You name the spot. We thought that was a win-win for everybody. It would not have, in our opinion, it would not have impacted the brackets in any way. Unfortunately, the high school league said that was not going to happen, based on the fact that their reasoning was that they have not moved games in the past, and so that's certainly also a very tough pill to swallow.
Well, God forbid they'd have to think outside the box for 20 minutes.
Jeez.
Well,
Wow.
I appreciate your time, sir. I feel bad for the kids.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Good talking
All right.
to you.
Thank you.
Stay classy, Andy. That was you just did a hell of a job there.
Okay, I didn't want to say
See you,
this.
bud.
I didn't want to say this with Andy on the air because he's doing a professional job. But whatever respect I had for the State High School League, I've completely lost, and it's for this reason. It'd be one thing if the White Bear team started writhing in pain on March 24th and throwing up and bleeding through their nose and everyone's coughing and the Hill Murray players are all exposed to it. Absolutely, you got a big problem. But when you break down what actually happened, nothing happened. Nothing. Nothing. And so the State High School League was incapable of seizing upon an opportunity here to fulfill the long 75-year history of this tournament. They're just incapable, and it's a crying shame. And I would say that about Hermantown or Dodge County or anyone else. It's just it's a crying shame that they screwed this up so bad. It
It
really
just all
is.
goes back to Kenny's common sense comment. No common sense was used in this situation.
And it didn't occur to me that, spring break, who knows, maybe 6 of your JV guys are out of town. Who knows? I have no idea. But I didn't know Hill had a communications director. Man, they're getting fancy.
And Skoogs, he's top drawer.
Yeah.
He knows how to do the speak.
Yeah.
See how he shut up when you were trying to put words in his mouth. He's a professional.
Joe,
thing-
you might not remember, but you actually worked with Andy. We all did
Well, wasn't he with AM 1500 for a bit?
for a
Yes.
short run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Briefly, he was a part-time news guy. He would fill in for me, in fact, on
$1
occasion.
million. Well, Chantel Allen, we're done with you. You're a tremendous disappointment. You're a phony. And,
Paul, part of the failed academy, Such,
yeah, just a crying shame.
which kind of reminds me, do you think the ruling from the high school league killed any careers? Do you think that killed anybody's career in hockey? Do you think there's now seniors going, now what do I do?
Well,
If there are,
if
I have a way of
tip.
I have a way of answering that.
go ahead, Joe.
I would think in a program as exceptional as Hill Murray's, colleges already knew who they were going to talk to.
They may have even committed already.
Right.
Well, you really took the wind out of my sails.
Yeah,
there,
you were
fellas,
like waxing
'cause,
poetic. The game that never was. He will
Well,
never
but the guy
lace
it
the
hurt,
skates.
Kenny, the guy it hurt was a third line guy who might have had one hell of a tournament and scored 8 goals and had 4 assists.
Right.
And all of a sudden, going from unnoticed and unoffered anything, he might have been sought after. Yeah, it hurt that
That's the guy I want to
Yeah.
talk to.
It hurt that
Son,
kid.
I have 4 steps for you. Your road to success. This is how you're going to succeed in life. You're going to become a non-destructive testing technician by going to the American Institute.
Wow.
of
I am bowing to you, sir, as a
Testing.
subway.
What a takeaway.
I bow to you, master.
Kiddo, here's what you do. Get on the laptop, click on trainingndt.com, and